So Portia, whenever you want to start.
Okay. So, about the actual day you left Vietnam, what happened on that day?
Oh, that was chaos. I was 9 years old. We were staying in the naval base. That was April 29th. Around noontime, there as basically a command to start packing and leave. It was pandemonium. Everybody just grabbed and just ran to the ships. There was 10 of us in our family. So we banded together, holding hands as much as we could, but everybody was broken up. So I remember myself closing my eyes and pointing my hand together like this and do like a spear just to push forward and trying to grab my brother's leg, which was piggybacked by my father. We went all the way to the ships, but there wasn't any stairs. There was just a wooden plank. So all the people has to basically fight to get the chance to walk that plank to get onto the ship. And this happens for hours and hours while pushing each other. And as the ship crawls out slowly out of that strait to get to the ocean, I can see both sides, there were fire, literally up in flame. And I couldn't help it, but tears just ran down my eyes. I didn't cry, but tears went out. As a kid, I know, where are we going? Because we didn't know where we were going.
Did you feel welcome when you stepped foot in America?
You know, the church people were very nice. I think grandfather, they bought him a car. This is my mom. This is grandma. Here's my dad. I think at that time was $300. That's your grandmother. Here's your grandfather. They set him up with a job at a sugar beet factory shoveling coal. Now, I mean, that's really bad because he was a colonel. But he, you know what, he gave it a shot. He worked there. Every time he come home, I can see his face full of coal and he sneezes out coal. I feel really bad for Grandpa, but you know, I mean, that's the life we have to start with nothing. I remember Grandma, I go do shopping with Grandma a lot. She would buy what they call the chicken backs, okay? Imagine a chicken, you cut it in half, you cut the breast portion, you cut the meat portion, you got this backbone. Maybe an inkling of meat, you know, like a 50-cent package. That was what we eat. Saute, making soup, everything with the chicken backs. And of course with rice and everything else. And that was staple meat for us for, yes, a year and a half when we lived there in Minnesota. But we were happy. You know what? It's a new life. I got new friends. Of course, there's definitely prejudice. We get into fights. People call us Ching Ching Chinamen. They're kids. Okay, so I mean, because we're basically over there, we're the only Asian family.
When did America start feeling like home to you?
I don't know. I always have that missing Vietnam. It was taken away from me. I was a kid, you know. I remember, I love my childhood. I always remember this old lady that's selling bún thịt nướng. That means the char-grilled pork on rice noodle, right in front of the house. It cost, I think, like 100 dong a bowl back then, maybe less than $1. And every morning, the great auntie, my aunt, would order 2 of them for my brother and I to sit down and eat, and I love it. I mean, these are like the happiest time I was in Vietnam, you know, and that was just, you're among the same people. All your friends are the same people. Even though it's war-torn, but it was the idea of, you know, that's my country, that's my home. You know, I was born there. I realized, I mean, America was home probably, maybe high school. Because all the time, we're just surviving. And we struggle when we live here in New York City. It wasn't a good life for us. We didn't have the life that a typical kid have. Because at the time we were growing up, we literally have to work. We drop our books and we work, what they call costume jewelry. We leave school at 3, get home by 3:30, drop our books and start doing costume jewelry. Everybody. Everybody in the family, your grandparents too, until like 8, 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock, you do homework for 1 hour and then you go to sleep. And you repeat that all over again. We were working, the whole family was working just so we can make something of our life in America. But you know, we were happy. I mean, we know we were poor. This is not what our parents want for us. And eventually they were able to buy a house in 1980.
How do you feel about your oldest son, my brother, going to the Army?
I feel proud, I feel happy, but I feel sad at the same time. Proud that he's following his grandfather's footsteps. You know, we're a military family. I'm very proud of him that he's able to serve the country that gave so much to us, to our family. But, you know, fearful, of course, you know, you're in the Army, you're in the armed forces, there's always trouble here and there. And of course, your mother is always, every time mentioned, she cries and try not to mention it to her because knowing the fact that he's going to be away for a long time. I mean, that's going to be tough for us, but I'm very proud of him.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.